PAVE is with me.
PAVE is with me
at school and after school.
PAVE is with me in my heart.
All the time.
Project PAVE has helped me grow as a human being and as a man as well.
I had a long history with PAVE. Goes back to actually its founding. It was founded by 5 women, one of whom was a victim in a case that I tried. She was the victim of a shooting that paralyzed her for life. And they wanted, these women all wanted something positive to come out of that.
Project PAVE is an organization that empowers youth in the community to have healthy relationships. That is the essence of a person's life and how they live and interact with their family and their community. This is why we do what we do.
PAVE's message is really true to my own lived experience. I come from a household of domestic violence, and I can see how that's been impacted through systemic violence, which Project PAVE is working hard to address.
Violence has been part of my family through a couple different channels. One, since I was younger, was domestic violence, and seeing my, my parents go through it together as partners.
I coached basketball and now I coach volleyball. So I use those same conversations that we have in the classroom on the b-ball court and also the volleyball court. Whether we're in a team setting or individually, I try to let them know that it's okay to express your emotions. And when you have pent up emotions, what can you do to help you regulate those?
One of the biggest things that I really enjoyed in my time at PAVE was working with the True Man program. They don't just have to portray themselves as a really tough person all the time, and that they can really be themselves, and that doesn't make them any less of a man.
Violence is actually a learned behavior. So intervention tactics are truly about changing the outcomes for people.
A few years ago, my son was involved in the True Man program at Thomas Jefferson High School. And that experience has really shaped who he's become as a young man, how to form healthy relationships, how to use his voice, and be an authentic individual in relationships.
And I'm just so happy to be part of that community, because I don't want to be another statistic. I don't want to be another Latina or another Hispanic member that suffered from violence.
Project PAVE has impacted me tremendously in my personal life as well as my career. From a career perspective, getting an opportunity to work with PAVE was probably one of the most empowering professional experiences I've ever had.
This organization is incredibly important, and one way that you can see that is the way that they've adapted their work through a pandemic and through virtual learning. They are doing an amazing job.
Seeing not only myself but my friends struggling with quarantine going on over a year now, so just having that isolation hit you, the more I educate myself on this, I can just become better for myself and who I surround myself with.
One of the things that I'm most proud of is how far PAVE has come. We've learned how to combine intervention with prevention and how they can go hand in hand rather than having them be separate services.
I've received emails from former students that have gone on to college that have said, "Thank you so much for introducing me to Project PAVE. It helped me get out of an abusive relationship. It helped me recognize that my roommate was getting into an abusive relationship."
PAVE is with me as I progress through a career in nursing. It's taught me a lot about how to communicate with other people, how to set boundaries, and just how to care for people holistically, which I think is really important for a nurse to be able to do.
PAVE is with me as I move forward today and look towards tomorrow.
PAVE, I think, really is the gold standard. In this day and age of so much uncertainty and the need for personal connection, Project PAVE is more important than ever. And so I'm really doubling down on my commitment, and I would recommend everybody else to as well.
Project PAVE is a model for what can be.
It takes one person to bring it into their family. It takes that family to bring it into their community. There can only be good that comes from the learning that they have experienced and the work that we have done with them.
PAVE is with me.
PAVE is with me.
Both in my professional life and in my home life.
PAVE is always with me.
Project PAVE made me realize I'm worthy of my self-love and the love I give to others.
So the recent mass shooting of Boulder, I once again thought about PAVE and its important work. So when I say it's with me all the time, I really mean it.